All right, now let's review level 14, travel.
Tip 371 is to try out different foods from around the world. Some places aren't so good at cooking, some places are pretty darn good at cooking. So, whatever you like, travel to that part of the world and get the authentic experience, because you might never know. Maybe the Chinese food that you've been eating in Connecticut, USA is not quite as good as the one straight out of Hong Kong. And tip 372 is to travel the world to round out your thinking. Because people change from place to place. There's completely different ways people think, people act, expectations. The whole culture can be completely different if you change countries. And it might be better, or it might be worse, but that's up for you to decide. But you won't know unless you travel the world and round out your beautiful thinking. Tip 373 is find places that treat you right. Not everywhere on this earth is equal, and a lot of places are just honestly better than others. So, if you can choose where you are in the world, if you have a little bit of money, you worked hard, you funded your freedom, you should go somewhere that's better than the other places. Find somewhere that has the rules that you want, and it has the people that you want, and it has the weather that you want, and you can do the hobbies that you want. So find a place that treats you right. Tip 374 is to learn different languages and travel the beautiful world. It helps a lot. Kalau kamu bisa coba di belajar berbahasa Indonesia, you can learn to speak Indonesian. Or, si puedes hablar en español, todo sería más fácil. If you can speak Spanish, everything would be much easier if you speak some Spanish. I could give you my best shot at Japanese, but it's not gonna fly. But learn languages and travel the world. It helps, and it makes everything a million times better if you can interact with your everyday person. Tip 375 is don't lock yourself down too early. Try to envision an open future, because odds are you don't really know what you're doing yet. You haven't traveled enough, you haven't seen enough. There are tons of places that might be better than the place you're thinking about settling down in. So really, don't settle down until you do your due diligence and at least see different parts of the world, see how people live in different parts of the world, and see how the natural beauty varies from place to place. See what kind of landscapes you like and what kind of people you like hanging around. It makes a big difference. Tip 376 is find epic locations around the world to do your hobbies. You might really like surfing, but if you live in Ireland, you have really cold surfing. It's really nice to come to Bali, an epic location to do your surfing. This goes for tons of different hobbies. It could be dirt biking, kite surfing, free diving. You could be free diving in Europe, crystal clear water, but there's no coral or anything fun to see, you know? There's tons of fish in the tropics. Go somewhere epic to really make the most out of your hobbies. Tip 377 is to look up the cost of living in different places. You might really want to go to Bora Bora or Tahiti, but then you look up the cost of living in Indonesia and Bali, and you'll realize it's a tropical island, it's the same thing, but it's like 10 times cheaper and you can do a lot more stuff. If money is no option, you can go wherever you want, but you can stretch your dollar way further by looking up the cost of living in advance and planning your travels appropriately. Tip 378. Plan on staying a month in every location. Don't rush your travels. You don't need to be running around and seeing everything for one day. Plan on going somewhere that you'll be able to enjoy for a long time. And if you only have 3 weeks of vacation for a year, I would actually suggest to use all of it at once and really just crush it and get to know a place really well. Do the traveling just around the town. Pick somewhere with a lot of different things to do. But you don't need to hop from place to place and keep traveling, because you'll spend all your time actually just in transition and not actually enjoying your travels. Tip 379. Become an expert at using the map. Google Maps specifically, but whatever map you want to use, become an expert at using it, because you're going to need to navigate yourself around, and you're going to need to make decisions for yourself. Don't rely on tour guides. Be your own tour guide. Become a pro at using the map. You can use it to look up restaurants, hotels, look up attractions. Everything is in the maps. Become a pro. Tip 380 is to travel light using hiking backpacks, maybe a little bit bigger than this one. No suitcases. Because if you're going somewhere, you have to be able to carry your stuff. And you should be able to ride a motorcycle coming up. So make sure you're motorcycle ready, or your walk up the stairs by yourself ready. Don't carry around a huge suitcase. Carry a hiking backpack. That's all you need. Tip 381 is ride a motorcycle and do not ride in a car. It's boring. A motorcycle is like a cheap convertible. That's also faster and it'll sneak you through traffic if you're getting a delay. But the main reason is motorcycles are super efficient and you can go anywhere and you can take shortcuts and you'll have fun while you do it. Tip 382 is to ride a dual sport motorcycle specifically with a small cc modern liquid cooled engine. This way you have enough suspension to go over all the bumps and you have a nice cute little engine that makes enough power, but you don't have to go to the gas station every couple of kilometers.
Okay.
Tip 383 is to embrace bad drivers and never fight with the locals, because you're never gonna win unless you caught it on camera, which is a different tip. But you need to embrace the bad drivers. People have different driving styles and they might do things wrong. Like in Australia, they have a ton of roundabouts, but nobody knows how to use them. And then in Asia, people are crazy, they mix together. But they're actually surprisingly really good at mixing together. So don't panic. Embrace bad drivers, it'll all be fine, and do not fight with them. Tip 384 is to pack your bags methodically. I like to take stuff from one part of my room and put it in one bag. And then find another section of your room when you're packing, put it in a different bag, or a different section of the bag. But keep everything together, pack your bags methodically, that way you know where everything is. Tip number 385 is to check the monthly weather and make sure it'll be all nice and sunny when you travel to places. Because you might not think about it, but tropical places have two seasons, the wet and the dry. And make sure you don't sign up to go somewhere when it's going to be wet season, because you'll sign up for your amazing beach vacation and it'll be rainy every day, because that's what it's supposed to do. That's how it's so tropical and rainforesty. It rains sometimes. Make sure you sign up for the trip when it's dry season.
Okay.
Tip 386 is that changes in the weather will stress out your body. Make sure you're ready for it when you go from a ski resort to a beach resort. Your nose is going to act completely differently. The humidity versus dryness, the coldness versus the hotness, the changes will mess you up, but just be ready for it and plan on conquering it. Tip 387 is make sure you eat at the best local restaurants. There's a lot of Western food everywhere around the world as you travel. But wherever you are, make sure you make a point of going to the actual place where the locals go for lunch, or where the locals go for dinner. Look for the places online that not even translated into English if that's your language. But make sure you go to the best local restaurants you can find. Tip 388 is make sure you clarify your food orders when you're at the restaurant. They might give you really screwed up, super spicy or super fatty or super salty food. Make sure you tell them no MSG, don't fry things that should be grilled. Clarify your orders. Tip 389 is carry extra cash, because you never know where plastic won't pass. You might be trying to get somewhere, you're on the side of the road trying to get some food, and nobody will take a credit card. So make sure you get your local currency situation sorted and carry a bunch extra cash. Most likely it won't get stolen from you, don't worry. Tip 390 is make real local friends and don't fall for the tourist traps. If you're going to do an event, or if you're looking at an attraction and you don't see any local people there, it might be a tourist trap. So pay attention, see what the locals are doing for fun. And then if it is, that might be some leveled up fun. Tip 391. Make sure you show travelers good hospitality if you're a local and you're in charge of the place. It'll really transform people's views of the area, and it's really the difference whether or not people come back after they've traveled around the world. Like here I am in beautiful Indonesia. I'm back here because the people are nice. I've traveled some places, the people are brutal. They'll yell at you when you don't want to buy their jewelry or something crazy. Like, make sure if you're a local, treat people with good hospitality. Make them happy, have a smile on your face. I would much rather check into a cheap homestay with smiling people and a warm plate of food than to have to park in a parking lot and go up to the second floor lobby of a 5-star hotel and then wait 20 minutes to check into my room. Hospitality. Tip 392. Don't give money to beggars. Do not fall for their lies. You know, obviously there are some very small percentage of the beggars are real beggars, but most of them are just doing it. You know, their family sends them out. They want them to go get some extra money. Well, they should just be being taken care of at home. Or they might be a career beggar. Like I once saw this one guy outside of the New York City train station for a whole year, every single morning on my way to work. Same guy is still out there, still looking for a train ticket tomorrow for $2 extra. Don't fall for it. If they're trying to give you some fruit or something, they're trying to actually make a difference, then you can help them out. But don't just give money to any old beggar. Tip 393 is don't trust just anybody with private info or private belongings. Keep your stuff that's close to heart, close to heart. You don't want to lose something just because you trusted somebody and they screwed up, because that will happen. If you screw up on your own, it's your own fault, but do not leave your passport with somebody else other than a registered agent, somebody who's accountable. Don't just leave your stuff everywhere. Keep track of your stuff. Tip 394. Don't just travel from city to city. You will realize they are all the same. It's the same deal. You get somewhere, same but different. But it's the same. I realized when I was traveling through Europe, I went from city to city. What a horrible way to travel Europe. Do not make the same mistakes I made. Go to where the real people live life and where all the awesome stuff is happening. I bet you it's not in the city. Tip 395 is pay for the fast boat, pay for the direct flight. Your time is precious, especially if you're only getting 3 weeks of vacation every year from your boss, if you're still doing that kind of stuff. Make sure you don't waste your time. As long as it's not like a crazy price differential, don't cheap out on just making your trip go a little bit more smoothly. Tip 396 is to book your travels way in advance. Get your visas to different countries way in advance, because you don't know what kind of curveballs they could throw at you. It might take a week for you to process a visa to a country that you didn't know you didn't have access to. Also, you'll save a lot of money. Tip number 397 is to just arrive everywhere early. Do not rush. You know, you could arrive exactly on time and you could leave exactly on time, or you know, your whole day could be messed up because you arrived at the train station 5 minutes late. So, much more important, just leave your house early. You're going to be scrolling on your phone at home anyway. Leave your home early. Allow for big delays. Even if big delays come up, you're not going to be stressing because you know you have an extra hour in the bank. And then when you get to where you're going, then you can take out your phone, do a little bit of business. Scroll through your stuff. Read some Level Up Little Pup. There's lots of things you can do if you just arrive early. Tip number 398 is to find the balance between luxury and efficiency. When you're going through your travels, you don't have unlimited money, so you're gonna want to get enough luxury, but you want to be efficient with your money. You want to make it stretch like yoga, right? So when you're booking a hotel, set your standards, but be efficient with your money. Tip number 339 is look at the satellite images when you're about to go adventuring. You can tell a lot about a place by just looking at the view from above. It's a crazy technology that we have available to us nowadays. So do your due diligence and look at somewhere it looks like before you wind up on just like a black beach, or you go somewhere and it's supposed to be an amazing jungle but it's just a couple of trees. You never know. Number 400 is to mark places on the map when you talk to other people. You'll have lots of amazing conversations with people. They'll tell you their favorite places in the world. make sure you write it down when they tell you something good. Why are you making all kinds of faces?
No, I said it's okay.
Why did you click pause?
Okay.
Tip 401. Take travel advice from cool pups. There's a lot of bad advice out there. Don't take advice from a regular pup. If you're trying to have a regular vacation, you could take regular advice. But if you're trying to have a cool vacation, take cool advice from a cool pup who's been there. Tip 402 is to evaluate your tour guide before you book your tour. You have to make sure they're somebody cool because you're about to spend all day with this person. And if they're a little bit lame, or if they have negative views on things, or even if they think something is too dangerous but you know it's good, you don't want to sign up to travel a whole day with a weirdo. Make sure they're cool, make sure you can be buds for a whole day, and pick a good tour guide. Tip 403. Your hotel location matters. You want to be close to all the cool stuff. But plan on using your hotel just for sleeping. Make sure you get out there early in the morning, go explore, make the most out of your adventures, and then just get back to your clean, comfy hotel at the end of the day for sleeping. But don't make it a lavish place that you want to spend all day there. Because you don't want to spend all day there. You want to go. Level up. Tip 404 is to get a new phone plan everywhere you go. It's not worth it paying for your local phone plan to extend itself to a different country. They're going to charge you crazy rates. Make sure you just show up. Maybe don't do it in the airport because you'll get a little higher price, but once you get out of the airport, just get a new SIM card. If they make you get a new phone, get a new cheap phone, and just use a local phone plan. And trust me, it's going to be faster than the Wi-Fi too.
Okay.
Tip number 405 is to get a full face helmet when you're doing your motorcycle riding. Because if you crash, you'll wreck your face. And that's the number one most important thing to do in life. Make sure you don't wreck your face. And then also you can use that helmet when you go dirt biking too, or do something more extreme. Tip 406 is to wear hiking boots or hiking sandals. Those are custom. But shoes just won't get used. Shoes take up a lot of space in your luggage. You're not going to use them. I don't recommend going on long distance runs. And you can do your sprints on the beach or on the grass. So don't pack shoes, pack some lightweight sandals that have some good straps on them, some good treads for hiking. Or you might as well just wear full-on hiking boots. But shoes don't do you too good. Don't wear shoes.
It's so hard to press the.
Tip 407 is to know how to drive a manual car or shift a manual gear bike. You have to be friends with the clutch. It's not scary. It goes from 1 to neutral to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 maybe if you're lucky. But don't be afraid of manual cars. Level up your intelligence, it's not hard. And honestly, if you're afraid to drive a manual car or a manual bike, you should just get off the road and please not to get in other people's way. Tip 408 is if you're parking your car in the sun, if you can't find a spot in the shade, make sure you crack the windows so you don't cook all the stuff inside of your car. Leave a little bit of space for the hot air to get out, and don't roast your bananas that you're saving for later. And if you have a motorcycle and you're parking in the sun, maybe get a little blanket, put it over the top, so that way you don't roast yourself when you go to sit on it when you go to ride. Tip 409 is to carry multiple travel debit cards and credit cards. You're going to need to hit a lot of ATMs. Some of the ATMs might not work for one credit card or debit card, but it'll work for the other one. And then also, you might try to buy a candy bar and they'll cut you off. They'll freeze your card for no reason. Because even though you tell your bank that you're going to start traveling, they might screw you. So carry multiple cards. Tip 410 is to carry an extra phone with you and log into all of your apps. Because if you're going down this trail and you drop your phone and it's screwed, and then that's your only phone that's logged into all your apps, you're going to try to do your two-factor authentication, it's not going to let you in. You're going to be logged out of your stuff for a week. You're going to be stranded depending on what you're trying to do. So have an extra phone, log in, always have a backup plan. Tip number 411 is that you don't need to pack underwear, and that you should only pack 2 shorts, 2 shirts. Really, be minimalistic. You should be able to run around with just a backpack. Don't overpack yourself. On your travels, be ready to just jump on a motorcycle and go. You shouldn't have a huge suitcase.
I'm trying to do this. I did that yesterday. That's on the west side, yeah? I did that yesterday. I was fine. I'm just seeing what's over here. I'm like, the guy to shoot me. This is too much. Maybe because I did Clinky Beach first and then this.
We're going to the bottom.
Tip 412 is to keep cuts clean with iodine, and that bandages are bad. A lot of people will tell you bandage up your cuts, but that's actually not the smartest thing to do. You want your cuts to breathe the open air naturally. Don't cover them up and let them ooze and then remove the ooze every time you remove the bandages. It's gross and it's not recommended, and the nurses will try to get you to do it, but tell them no. Just use iodine and let your cuts heal in the air. Tip 413 is to carry a big bottle of water with you and some healthy snacks. You are going to be the favorite of the trip if you're the one who remembers to bring the snacks. So bring the snacks, keep the energy going. Nothing like a good old power bar when you're tired on your trip. 414 is bring a huge extra jug of water with you on your salty trips. So if you're out there snorkeling, if you're going swimming in the ocean, bring a huge jug of water, not only just to drink because you will get parched, but also you can douse your face, douse your hair, clean yourself up a little bit before you make it all the way back to the hotel. It's a huge luxury that takes just a little bit of effort to bring along. Tip 415 is learn what snacks are good on the go and minimize the plastic. A lot of the times you go to Sunset, you'll see people just throwing trash over the edges. Not good. You need to bring fruits with you, specifically not bananas, right? Bananas get pounded in your bag. You can bring a dragon fruit with you, snake fruit, or if you live somewhere regular, you can bring an apple with you. But just bring snacks with you that are good on the go. And don't have a million different plastic wrappers that you're gonna throw over the edge because you're, breaking the rules. Tip number 416 is know how to maintain a rental motorcycle. When you get somewhere, you're gonna want to get a rental motorcycle, carry yourself all around the island, and you have to make sure it doesn't break down for a stupid reason while you're running around. You have to check the chain, make sure it's not rusted out of its mind. You have to listen to it, make sure it's running smoothly, make sure nothing's loose, make sure the exhaust is not gonna fall off, all the pins are in there. Fill up your tires with air, ask them when they got it oil changed, all these little things. Keep your rental motorcycle running. Good. What's wrong with you? Are you Tip 417. Carry 2 portable speakers with you at all times, not just one, and make sure they can link together to be surround sound. Huge difference in sound quality. Really sets the vibe. It's louder. Every single bit about it's better. Get surround sound in your life. On the go. Tip number 418. Light dress shirts and dresses for ladies are way better than tank tops. So a dress shirt, super light and flowy, you can open the front, let all the heat out. Tank tops get all tight under your arms, and then you get your shoulders burned. Also with the dress shirt, no burnt neck. Just all in all, it's way better, and it's fancy. If I want to show up to somewhere, I look fancy, I'm ready to go for the party. If you're wearing a tank top, you can't get in the party. Tip number 419 is to collect and wear jewelry with real meaning. This means something to me. This was made for me by my lady. Also, and then my friend told me to get this watch. And then I got this while hiking up this cliff. Don't just buy random jewelry. Get something that actually means something to you. Memories. Number 420 is that it's cold up in the mountains, even in the tropics, where it's super hot, the sun tries to kill you, but even if you're in the tropics, you go up the mountains, it'll get cold fast. So, just like the monkeys, wear a thick fur coat. Tip number 421. Coordinating plans with other pups is challenging, so just relax. If it doesn't happen, be prepared to make it happen on your own, but don't be so depressed if your friends don't show up or if one of them doesn't show up. Life is like that and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Tip number 422, part of the travel level, is to learn how to say hello in the new language. Learn how to say I want, and learn how to count. So that way when you're exchanging goods and services, you know what the $20 bill looks like, what the 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Learn all that stuff and that'll get you very far. Tip number 423, rounding out level 14, travel, is to know the price of everything so you can avoid scams. You should always know about what everything should cost. If it's high or low by a little bit, especially if it's a low number, just let it pass. But you should know when you're getting scammed. Ask around if you're new to the country, or after you've done a little bit of traveling, you should know if the country is relatively more expensive or cheaper, and just get a feeling for if you're getting scammed. But most likely, people are just being nice, and that's the price.